Welcome to Tea Time, my friends, a place where I muse about my gender transition experience and in the process aim to comfort and inspire others to a greater level of self-awareness. I am Artemis. Today we are enjoying sweet carrot cake tea, iced, since it's Florida. And as the name implies, it pretty much tastes just like carrot cake. I like to sweeten mine with a little bit of honey. But of course, you can use whichever sweetener you would prefer, courtesy of the Rosenvine Gift Company, who has a bomb cloud sugar that you can add to it as well if you would prefer something a little bit different to honey. And on today's episode, we are going to talk about a situation that I didn't foresee coming after my top surgery. I did tons and tons of research on all the things that I might expect, problems that I could run into, to try and be well informed, but I was not at all prepared for what was revealed after the surgery was complete. Once my swelling was down and the healing was most of the way through, I discovered that I have a very common chest wall deformity called pectus excavatum. And apparently there's another type called pectus carinatum, and it's basically where pectus excavatum is where your breastbone is sunken into your chest, and pectus carinatum is when your breastbone sticks out, kind of like the hull of a ship, the keel of a ship, or a bird breastbone. So I did not realize that as I was healing, that the reason I had a giant sinking hole here in my chest muscle was because of a deformity that had been there since I was born. But the thing with this particular deformity is that you can notice it when you're born, but it gets especially worse with puberty. And even more ironically is that it's far more common in boys than in girls. 3 times more likely, actually, to happen with boys than with girls. So when I hit puberty and I started to get the things up here, I didn't notice the deformity because it was being covered basically by breasts. And so once I had them removed, I then realized that I had this deformity, which again is a very common deformity. Apparently approximately 1 in 500 kids will be born with it, and it can range from mild case, which is mine, a very mild case, to very, very severe that you definitely can't miss it. And I will show pictures of some more severe cases so that you can kind of compare to what I'm about to show you with my own chest, for on that scale of severity. But I didn't know that I had this deformity, and the surgeon, I guess, assumed that I knew that I had this deformity. So here I'm thinking, after I healed, that this giant sinking hole here was something that was done maybe incorrectly, or I had a medical issue that needed attention. And when I brought it to his attention, he said, "Oh yeah, you have pectus excavatum," as if that was something I already knew or it was very common, so that was news to me. But it kind of freaked me out at first, until I learned what it was. And of course there are braces that you can wear, exercise routines that you can do to help offset the look. So I'll probably be pursuing those just to get a more even cosmetic look to my chest. But I wanted to show you guys what this looks like, because it's possible that there will be some others out there who get top surgery that didn't know they had this condition, and once their breasts are gone, that they have something else that they have to work on, not just healing from their surgery, but some additional physical therapy work to correct the deformity. So I have to do this in the bathroom so that you guys can, I can play with the shadows a little bit so that you can see what it looks like. But I'm going to take this camera off here. So come a little closer here, turn to the side, you can kind of see this area right here from the side. There we go. That's a much better look. So you can see how there's this very large depression in my chest muscle right there that I do not have on the other side. Now, of course, let me see if I can do this better. Yeah, so in that same shadow, there's some skin deformity there, but certainly not the giant divot. There we go. That I have right there. So, and as you can also see, this right here, where my ribs flare up and out, that's also very, very common for the chest deformity. So it'll sink in right here at the center, and your ribs will actually flare out down at the bottom. So in other videos I posted that I had a gut, that was something that I had to work on after I got my breasts removed, but actually that wasn't the case. It looked like I had a gut because my ribs flare out up here at the top. So still, I'm going to have to do some work to even everything out. But in any case, so yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys in the event that there's any one of you out there who discovers this after they've had their surgery, that it's really nothing to be all that concerned about. It's just a very interesting cosmetic deformity that certainly makes things very unique. And a few extra challenges to overcome while you're working out to maintain a nice, even cosmetic look. So eventually I'll probably be putting up videos on the types of workout routines and physical therapy that I'll be doing to help correct that. But for now, just wanted to put that out there. Just one really unique and interesting thing that I discovered after my top surgery that I wasn't at all expecting.